A new approach to saving lives during a deadly surge in drug overdoses. Bars and clubs are now stocking up on fentanyl testing stations, hoping that drug users will think twice before making a fatal mistake. Jim Nelson has the story you'll see on just one station.
Tainted drugs continue to kill.
We are supposed to be, a really great country, and we're really failing in this one department.
Jessica Collier has been in long-term addiction recovery. She's been working with bars and clubs to get fentanyl and xylazine test strips inside their businesses. Those two medical-grade drugs have proven deadly when mixed with street drugs. The Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner recently warned of a spike in overdose deaths, 5 in a 12-hour period earlier this month.
The stigma and shame is a real thing. If you're labeled a drug addict, that's a problem. People are always going to have an issue with this because people feel the way that they feel about using drugs, people who use drugs. It's almost always something personal. They've had some kind of experience with it, and they're labeling it as a whole.
Jessica tells me a number of area bars are on board, like Sachin's Cafe on Western Avenue in Cleveland's Cudell neighborhood. Manager Stacy Arafat showed us their supply of test strips behind the bar. They also have Narcan.
So if somebody's here and they fall out and we're able to supply something to save their life, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't anybody? Because it could be anybody.
Some bars, like this one near Cincinnati, have testing stations in the bathroom. In the end, it's all about saving lives.
Not everybody is ready for recovery, so what can we do to meet people where they are and just keep them safe and alive in the meantime?
Jim Nelson, 19 News.
As part of the outreach effort, Jessica and her team have been canvassing neighborhoods trying to get more test strips into bars. But if nothing else, they put stickers up inside with a QR code that links to addiction and harm reduction resources. We have all that at cleveland19.com.